FireZex here with my latest video, my classes. It's sort of redundant for me to say my latest video because, of course, while I'm recording it, it is my latest video. So I'm probably going to stop doing that. But, alright, so here we go. A couple people have been asking about what classes I use, how to go about making a balanced class or something, for specific game types, I guess. And also people have been asking about how to go about, finding more people to play with, groups of friends, so they'll have a full party more often. And yeah, so let's go over my classes real quick. Alright. First off, you're going to notice these first three are all search and destroy. Got general, hardline, and sniper. If you watch my last video, the first of the series, destroy first, search later, you're going to know how to do this hardline trick. I'll probably show it in the next episode of that. With a better example of me actually doing it. But I mean, what you're going to do is you're going to have pretty much an exact copy of the same class for search, except the main difference is going to be stopping power and hardline. You use the stopping power one first, then switch to your hardline based on how many kills you have at the end of the round. When using SMG, I suggest though for your hardline one is to switch to rapid fire to help guarantee that one more kill you need for that kill streak, because you lose the the power of the stopping power. Right now, I'm going to be switching these back to SCAR because I'm now working my ARs instead of my SMGs because I finished those challenge-wise and attachment-wise. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. You got your marathon there, so you can get to your choke points faster, and if you're good, you can avoid the people that are also using marathon and running classes. Ninja, of course. Other than these three, I only use it on one more. And yeah, alright, so you got your sniper class here, also for search because it has ninja, but instead of marathon, you got sleight of hand to help with quick scoping. I use the Desert Eagle for my search classes, mainly because it's just such a powerful weapon and it's decent at hip fire. So now you got my general class. It's really, the rest of my classes I use SitRep Pro, and I use ninja in search because in search you're part of the objective. You're equally as important as the bomb itself. So if people are using heartbeat sensors, camping it up really hard and stuff, and you're using on SitRep Pro, for one, they're going to be able to sound whore the hell out of you if you're on the offense. And if you're on defense and they somehow manage to plant, you're still on offense. So, I mean, it's great if you can make sure you're always defending, but other than that, SitRep Pro is not good for search. Versus capture the flag or sabotage, where you're not the part of the objective, and you could sort of, take your position and sound whore a little better. Especially with claymores and stuff, if you're trying to help your team, you can call them out. Sniper, again, is pretty much general sniper. The only difference really from the other sniper is that SitRep Pro instead of ninja. What's great about SitRep Pro when you're a sniper is if someone's coming around a corner because of SitRep Pro and you can hear them better, you're going to be able to line up your quick scope before they even get there. The only other class with ninja is my anti-air. It's pretty much so people can't hear me or use a heartbeat sensor on me. If AC-130 or chopper are going to come out, there you go. Throw smoke down, know where it is, aim up, sleight of hand pro so you could go and shoot your stinger a lot faster, cold-blooded so you're not getting shot at as much. And what's great about that too, I mean, like instead of using scavenger really, I like to use sleight of hand so you can shoot faster. I'd rather take the one more death and then shoot another stinger than have to look for a scavenger pack so I could pick up a third, especially when you can take it out a lot faster if somebody's already shot at it, or even if it's like just a chopper gunner or a Pablo, you only need two. So, no, I'm sorry, not a chopper gunner, a normal chopper or a Harrier. But anyway, well, I'll come down to these three. They're pretty much just theme classes. These two, Security Forces and Flightline Security, they're basically just, pointless, but I made them because I'm a military cop and in the Air Force, Security Forces officer, and we're issued with an M4, M9. I got frag there instead of a Semtex, simply because we don't have Semtex in the Security Forces. Sleight of hand, because especially with the M4 sleight of hand, because it brings the weapon up so much faster and reloads and whatnot, and the M4 is great for ADS as it is. Stopping power so you don't waste your ammo. And SitRep Pro, again, because if it's not necessarily an objective game type where you're part of the objective like search, even if it's team deathmatch where you technically are part of the objective, if your team is able to hold a nice balanced front line and they're on the offensive because you have the lead, then you could usually sound whore pretty well with that. Flightline security, same exact thing. Sleight of hand pro, not just to bring it up faster, but because it's LMG, it's going to take longer to bring the to reload the weapon. But flightline security, this is because when you're working flightline here on base, one person has to have a 249, and because they got rid of it from Call of Duty 4, 240 is the only other choice. And I mean, we are trained on 240s, but we really only get issued 249s. Urban Assault, we have riot shields in half of the patrol cars here on base. So, like if we have a barricaded suspect kind of issue, and there isn't any hostages, then that's what we would use. If there's a hostage, we bring in SWAT from off base. But other than that, we'd use the riot shield ourselves. And you'll notice too, like here with Flash, I don't use stun grenades, even though it's easier with a riot shield. But I don't use anything that I find overpowered myself. Because for one, when I do pick up a weapon that I find overpowered from an enemy and I use it on their own team, it feels a lot better. It's like, here, this is how it feels, and I don't need this to beat you. Plus, using more balanced weapons, not the overpowered ones, it makes you better at the game overall and using those overpowered weapons. I'd rather master things harder to use and then be better at everything. Then your last class, 1v1 quickscope class. I used to like Autumn Ashes. Dr. Disrespect has his Bleeding Scar, so I came up with a name because it's the only sniper rifle I have a fall camo for. So Autumn, fall, alright. Throwing knife, or to try and get a throwing knife final kill cam or something like that. Sliding hand pro for the quick scope, and Syrup pro to help cancel out everybody else's ninja. Because if you are the one that survives and you know the spawns pretty well, like on Scrapyard or Rust, you can hear them pretty well coming, and again, you can have those shots lined up, and you're not going to be the one that's moving so much to make noise in the first place. And yeah, that's pretty much my classes. In terms of finding places to find people to play, I really suggest these 3 websites. First, if you're a casual gamer and you're just looking for people to play with, you don't care if you win or lose, go to Facebook first. That's where mostly casual players are going. There are so many groups. Just search in the top box Modern Warfare 2 or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and go to the discussion board of any group, and just say, in any of these websites, go ahead and say what type of gamer you are, how you play, who you're looking to play with, and you'll usually get a couple of responses. And then if they have friends, then you make even more friends. Then if you're on the more competitive side, go to GameBattles.com, say you want to look for a clan to join or tryouts or anything like that, or how to get into competitive gaming, go to that website. And then sort of in between is Xbox.com. Their forums are pretty good. They talk about both competitive and technical issues and just random people that like to talk about video games. So that's pretty much it. On the third note, if you heard about the attack at Bagram in Kabul over in Afghanistan, my brother, he was one of the EOD techs that had to go and disarm suicide vests and get shot at and stuff. And my family is really distraught over it. Like, it was pretty. I had to do this video a day later, but he's loving the job he does and everything else. But if it's affected my family this much, imagine how many families out there are going through this. And just care about and keep those people in your hearts and prayers and whatnot, because whatever your agenda in terms of what you think the government should do and shouldn't do, these people are still human beings, and they're doing what they believe in, and most people aren't that bad. So just keep them in your prayers and whatnot. All right. So thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and yeah, comment with any suggestions you have for future videos, anything you want to see. All right. Thanks for watching. X Regards X out.